All right, so you guys win it and you're finals MVP. What did it mean to you to win a championship and be the finals MVP, particularly when you're playing with somebody like KG?
Yeah, I mean, man, that was just like, that was so much icing on the cake for me, Rick, because it was just like, I know the sacrifices I had put in, and the work I put in Boston for all those years, and how close I was to probably not being in Boston because of trade. You know, it just brought so much back of what I went through in that city. You know, me being in Boston, being stabbed, you know, almost losing my life in that city.
Yep.
You know, everything just was like, it was all worth it now, because that's all I ever want to do is hold up that trophy. You know, when you dream about it as a kid, and then finally the reality hits, you know, you never done this before, you don't know what to do. So I just remember letting out a loud scream and just, you know, just joy. And, you know, that year I had my first kid. My daughter was born 2 months before that.
Wow.
And so it was just like everything came full circle. I had my first kid in April, and in June I won a championship trophy and got MVP. It was the best year of my life.
That's a good year, bro. How did you celebrate?
Man, to be honest, I had everybody invited to my house, right? And this is crazy. I didn't even get a chance to celebrate because everybody was at my house, and then I had to go to the hospital because my daughter had a fever that night. So me and my wife was at the hospital the night we won at 3 in the morning.
Oh, man.
And I didn't see anybody else. They always at my house because I had the champagne and stuff. And, you know, I had my friends, my boys was there, so they made sure everybody was good and they hung out. And I was in the hospital and I didn't see the rest of the team until the parade like 2 days later.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy.
So I didn't get a chance to really celebrate, only in the locker room until the parade.
Wow. So there's you know, in hindsight, people have said, you know, Pau Gasol had a really bad series. I think KG put him in a body bag, right?
I think KG had a lot to do with that.
Yeah. And I just remember Kobe never quit. He kept coming, but he was trying to do it single-handedly.
Yeah.
And you guys just had too much for him. Do you feel like you guys took that from them, or do you think they lost it?
I mean, I think we took it from them, Rick. I mean, you gotta understand, we was the best team all year long.
Yeah.
You know, we had the best record. And the thing
But were you guys favored going into the series? Do you remember how people looked at it?
No, we were not favored.
Yeah.
We were not favored because we went 7 games with Atlanta.
Yep.
7 games with Cleveland. You know.
And it's Kobe and Gasol and Gasol on the other side.
But you gotta be good and lucky. And I say our luck came in game 4. We were down 20 in that game. You know, this is it. This can swing the whole thing. Yep. You know, if the Lakers tie it up, they got momentum.
Yep.
We were down 20, and for us to mount a 20-point comeback on the road, we was lucky to get that. You know, and I feel like, you know, every year when I look at the finals or I look at the people's road to the finals, it's luck is gonna happen somewhere along the way. You know, I look at Golden State's first title, and not to say they weren't gonna win it at all, but they played against a lot of teams that dealt with injuries throughout that whole path.
Kyrie and Kevin Love both went down.
Yeah, you remember that, you know? And so sometimes that's what it takes. You know, we were lucky to get that win, and it pushed us to 3-1, and we just, from that point, we was like, all right, this is ours.
Are you surprised that you guys never ended up getting another one?
Well, you know, they always say you got to be good and lucky, you know, in this league. And, you know, we were good. And Doc was like, when we came together, he was like, hey, we got a 3-year window, truthfully. And the next year, I thought we were better. Like, as a matter of fact, I know we were better the next year. I just knew we was going to win it all again. So the next year, Kevin Garnett gets hurt. You know, people don't realize, I think we was like 27-3 to start the season.
That's right.
And then Kevin goes down. You know, he misses the last like 35 games or something like that, 40 games, and we still won 60 games, but there was no way we was gonna win a championship without Kevin Garnett. You know, we were good, but, you know, championship level good is with Kevin.
Yep.
And then the 3rd year, we went back to the finals.
Right.
And, you know, obviously you remember we lost in game 7.
I was there for that too.
You know, in the grinded out grudge match bar fight where nobody could score.
Yep.
And You know, after that, we still had something left in the tank because we made another couple runs, but I just think we was getting older, you know, at the time, and we had one more run, I think in 2011 maybe, or 12, when we played Miami in the Eastern Conference Finals again.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.